The popular fashion house Yves Saint Laurent has a lot of fragrances. In this video, I'm going to go over the La Nuit de l'Homme line or LHOMME line, which they have the same kind of bottles. They all look like this, and hopefully shed a little bit of light on it for you. If you're interested, stay tuned. One more thing before we get started. La Nuit de l'Homme and LHOMME have a couple of collector's edition bottles. They're different, just different designs. I'll pop them up here. I'm not going to go over those because the ingredients, as far as I could tell, are the identical ones to the originals. The first one that was released in 2006 is LHOMME. It is a beautiful, cozy, warm citrus scent surrounded by a sweetness with cedar and vetiver. Absolutely gorgeous scent, masterpiece from 2006 that started it all. It didn't take too long before the first flanker came out. Of course, with the amazing success from 2006 with LHOMME, 2007 they decided to bring out a summer fragrance. So it was LHOMME Eau d'Ete, and that meant or means summer. Now the fragrance was a toned down version of the original, and I think they added some musk in the base, and that was it. The fragrance is no longer available, and it did not sell quite as well as the original LHOMME in 2006. Now, strangely enough, in 2008, Yves Saint Laurent released the same fragrance again, and it was LHOMME Eau d'Ete. The only difference that I could tell, or what I can tell, I don't have either bottles, is that the juice inside went from I guess, a yellowish color to a blue color. Now, if you have a bottle, or if you had the opportunity back in those days to actually compare those two, 2007 and 2008, I would love for you to leave a comment and let me know whether that was actually the same fragrance. All the research that I did, I could not tell that there was anything different in the notes. So 2007 and 2008 released the identical. So if it is different and you know about it, let me know in the comments. I really do appreciate it. With 2007 and 2008 gone, the brand YSL or Yves Saint Laurent captured our hearts in 2009 with a fragrance called La Nuit de l'Homme, Night of the Man or something like that. Now this fragrance deserves a little bit more time because it is, in my eyes, a superstar of a fragrance. La Nuit de l'Homme has a top note of cardamom that carries the fragrance all the way down to lavender and caraway. This is, without a doubt, a definite equal to the first one, if not better than the original. It is an absolutely wonderful fragrance. It is so great that when this one came out in 2009, I actually wore this as my signature scent the entire year. I still occasionally wear this one. It's no longer my signature scent. Now, this fragrance is in no way dated. It is 100% timeless, and you can wear this today out for a date, or you could still wear it as a signature scent if you'd like. It's a timeless beauty after all. Then in 2010, La Nuit de l'Homme, or the collection, comes up with a scent or a new fragrance called Le Parfum, and it is a completely different scent altogether. Personally, I was hoping that the fragrance would be an intense version of the Superstar from 2009. I mean, if you can even imagine that. But it wasn't. But instead, Le Parfum scraps the cardamom that's on the top, adds anise to the fragrance. There's also some patchouli and vanilla in this fragrance. The combination of this all together takes Le Parfum from 2010 into a direction that I would say it's oriental. Now, is it a bad scent? Not at all. If you're, if this is the one fragrance that you have from Yves Saint Laurent, from the LHOMME line or La Nuit de l'Homme line, then this is a really good scent. Although I think it's a little bit more for the wintertime. It is pretty dense. But if you're looking for a more intense La Nuit de l'Homme from 2009, then this is not going to do it for you. Of course, in 2011, right after 2010, a little bit of an oriental flavor, the fragrance house or the collection returns back to its origin and goes back to the LHOMME fragrance. And the two perfumers that worked on this next one, which is L'Homme Libre, Olivier Polge and Carlos Benaim, used the star anise in it and blended it with some nutmeg, violet, pepper, and patchouli. Online, the talk, I don't have this fragrance, but online the talk is that it's sort of 50-50. Some people really like it and some people really don't like it. It is no longer available, so I guess we can draw our conclusions from that. And that is L'Homme Libre from 2011. In 2012, we're going to go back and we're going to revisit La Nuit de l'Homme, and this time it is going to be a fragrance called Frozen Cologne. In this fragrance, they introduce two new notes. We have mandarin orange and cashmere wood. I've been told that this fragrance is a sportier version of the original La Nuit de l'Homme. Also, it has been discontinued. So if you know anything about this fragrance, once again, leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Then in 2013, lucky number 13, they gave us two from the collection, or to add to the collection. And we're going to have, the first one is going to be L'Homme Perfume Intense. This one is going to add leather, suede, and ambergris, which is actually quite nice to the original formulation. It's a really good winter fragrance. Amber, woody, some ambergris, a little bit of leather, a little bit deeper than the original L'Homme. It's a good fragrance for 2013. And then the second one, they gave us a Libre Cologne, and that's tonic. Basically, it's a flanker of the original Libre. You're going to have some aldehydes in this one. You're also going to have some cashmeran and some lemon verbena, which make it just a little bit of a lighter, a fresher fragrance compared to the original Libre from 2011. Continuing with the lemon verbena in 2014 and the aldehydes, L'Homme came out with a fragrance called L'Homme Sport. It didn't stay around too long before it was discontinued. However, I do hear that it pops up at second or retailers, discount retailers every now and then. So look for the YSL L'Homme Sport. I don't have that one as well, and I keep my eyes out for it. And I guess after a little bit of run of lighter fragrances, the YSL brand or collection in 2015 went a little bit heavier again. Therefore, they came out with a fragrance called La Nuit de l'Homme, and it's still intense or intense. This is a powdery iris and violet with vanilla scent. To me, it smells like La Nuit de l'Homme mixed with Dior Intense. The cloud of both of these mixed together smell a lot like the L'Intense. I love wearing this one because I like the Dior Intense and I like La Nuit de l'Homme. So this is it's a really good combination. Something for colder weather, obviously, or maybe in the summer if you want to do it just one spray. But really, it's a colder weather fragrance and it's a really nice one. And then in 2016, they kind of went lighter again. They came up with a fragrance called Ultime, and it is from the L'Homme line. So this 2016 fragrance that has a completely different scent profile. I mean, it doesn't even smell like anything. It doesn't smell like L'Homme, or it doesn't smell like La Nuit de l'Homme. This one has its own scent profile, and it's actually a really good one. What they did in this one is they added rose, apple, and grapefruit. This fragrance is not quite blue yet, but you can definitely tell that it's heading into that direction. It has its own unique scent profile with a little bit of the original L'Homme DNA way in the back. But I think that the grapefruit and the apple and the rose give it its own unique DNA. Now, like so many of these fragrances though, this one also made it to the chopping block. It's no longer available. It's really too bad because this is a really nice citrus, cardamom, and rose fragrance. So if you find this somewhere, it's worth picking up in my opinion because it is unique. Nothing really smells like it out there. And it's, I would say you get compliments on it. It's a summer fragrance, so it's not going to be too loud, but it is, in my opinion, I really like Ultime. I'm glad I have it. Eau Électrique is the flanker for La Nuit de l'Homme in 2017. I guess the fragrance collection, or Yves Saint Laurent, was trying to capitalize on a fragrance that was out there, or the fragrance that was making their rounds out there, which is the Eros line and the Jean-Paul Gaultier, these right here. And if you smell Eau Électrique from 2017, you can definitely tell that Versace Eros, the Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Mal, is definitely in this fragrance. Now, or it's in that direction. You know, I guess for 2017, that was what was the big fragrance direction, let's call it. So Eau Electrique is a little bit of a sweeter fragrance with lots of citrus, tonka, and you also have some vanilla or lots of vanilla in this fragrance. So Electrique is going to be a sweeter combination of the original DNAs with heading towards Jean Paul Gaultier and Eros from Versace. And I always like to do a little bit of comparing and see, you know, what does it smell like and in what direction, something that, you know, you may have smelled before. So in 2018, we're back to the LHOMME line with Cologne Blue. And Cologne Blue, oddly enough, smells like something that you've smelled before as well. And it's a lighter fragrance again. You have some ozonic qualities in this one. You have some grapefruit, you have some blood orange. You also have an aquatic sense to it, I guess I should say. It's more aquatic than it is ozonic, I guess. So also a soft touch of lavender in this one. Makes this one a really good summer scent. But it does remind me of Mont Blanc Legend Spirit. If you smelled this one before, the Cologne Blue from 2018, they do kind of favor one another. Now they don't smell identical, or it's not a clone of one another, but they're definitely in the same direction. Good, easy summer scent with a little bit of aquatic, and like this one, you know, like I said, it has cardamom, a hint of it, of the original still in it. You also got some blood orange, and then you got the grapefruit and a good amount of aquatics. And that's Cologne Blue for 2018. For 2019, I'm starting to see a little bit of a, I guess, a pattern here. Because in 2019, we're back to La Nuit de l'Homme. And it's a deeper, heavier scent with cardamom, leather, tonka, and patchouli. Eau de Parfum from La Nuit de l'Homme line, or I guess the flanker of, is a really heavy scent. I couldn't wear this one in the summertime. It would be pretty hard to wear this one. It's really dense, it's really thick. It's a really good fragrance, but like I said, it's more on the thick side, nothing for summer. Completely different than the year before. With the cardamom, leather, tonka, and patchouli are the main players in this one. So it's really a wintertime fragrance or cooler day fragrance, easy on the sprays, it's really potent. And that's Eau de Parfum for 2019. Can you tell there's a little bit of a, you know, pattern here? We're going every other year, we're meeting up with LHOMME or La Nuit de l'Homme. So they're kind of alternating odds and evens or something like that. So in 2020, we're back, since the last one for 2019 was a La Nuit de l'Homme. For 2020, what we have is we're going to have a LHOMME, and it is the Le Parfum. Now, Le Parfum is a lighter one, once again, and it is sort of blue inside here. Now, it is a little bit heavier, though, than the Cologne Blue and the Old Team. Now, even though this is starting to go into the blue direction, this one, however, is a little bit denser because there's a good amount of amber in this fragrance. But at this point, I'm not really sure. I smell this, and I know it just came out in 2020. However, in this last Le Parfum, I know, to me, I can't really tell that it's going anywhere. Is it more, you know, a LHOMME line, or is it more La Nuit de l'Homme line? I can't really tell, and it smells a little bit like a lot of the other things that are out there right now. Nothing really groundbreaking to my nose. No matter how you twist it and turn it, there are a lot of fragrances from the La Nuit de l'Homme or LHOMME line. Like I said, 20 or something. I don't have all of them, but I have most of them. Now in 2021, there's a new one that came out, and it is Blue Electric. Now I'm going to do a separate review on this one since it's a brand new one. I did get a bottle of it. I just got it today, and I have to say, I really like the scent. I hope you join me in this video when I put it up. Until next time, I want you to take good care of yourself, always smell nice, and I will talk to you soon. Until then, Scent Trail out.